In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on September 25th, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Buffalo Bills versus Miami Dolphins. The Buffalo Bills face the Miami Dolphins with both teams off to strong starts to the season and looking to take sole possession of first place in the AFC East Division. The Bills are 2-0 with a 31-10 win over the Rams on opening night and a 41-7 win over the Titans on Monday Night Football. The Dolphins, meanwhile, have a 2-0 record with a 20-7 win over the Patriots, followed by a remarkable come-from-behind 42-38 win over the Ravens last week. Both teams are looking to build off strong starts to the season, and this game looks to be a great one as a result. The Dolphins have proven early on this season they are going to be a great team, and they look to win the upcoming game at home and pull off the upset. The problem is that the Bills look like frontrunners to win the Super Bowl early on this season, dominating the competition through 2 weeks of the season. And with the Bills 5-0 in the last 5 against the Dolphins in the Josh Allen era, expect them to control the game from the opening kickoff. The Bills should drive down the field at will, with Josh Allen finding receivers open down the field and making plays with his legs to overwhelm the Dolphins' defense, especially up front. The Bills' defense, which has only allowed 8.5 points per game this season, should also limit the Dolphins' offense, particularly with Von Miller and Gregory Rosso generating pressure off the edge, while linebacker Matt Milano and safety Jordan Poyer break up passes in the middle of the field to limit the Dolphins' potent passing attack. The Bills should win the game and cover the spread to move to 3-0 on the season. So the Buffalo Bills to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The sample size is small, but both the Bills and Dolphins have faced 2 teams that are expected to be solid to begin the season. The results so far are that the Bills lead the NFL averaging 36 points per game, and Miami is 6th averaging 31 ppg. Both teams are also in the top 4 in passing yards and top 3 in total yards. The Miami defense has given up some big plays this season. The Bills' defense has been more stout, but they also have some key injuries in the secondary. Looking at some trends, the Bills have played to the over in 4 straight road games against teams with a winning home record, and the Dolphins have played 4 straight home games over the total against a team with a winning record. Running the ball and grinding out the clock is not the identity of either of these clubs, so expect a shootout between Tua and Allen, which makes the over the best play in this game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Lions versus Minnesota Vikings. Everybody's favorite Hard Knocks team, the Detroit Lions, hit the road in an NFC North battle as they get set to take on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. The Lions' offense continued to roll, and they evened their record at 1-1 with a win over the Washington Commanders in Detroit. The Vikings, after an impressive opening win over the Packers, fell back to earth with a disappointing loss at Philadelphia on Monday night to even their record at 1-1. Whether you watched an episode of Hard Knocks this year or not, the Detroit Lions have already become the darlings of the NFL. Head coach Dan Campbell seems to be the everyman people want to root for, and he has brought a winning attitude to the Lions locker room that has long been missing from this franchise. That intensity has led to a 1-1 record through the first 2 games, but they are also now 2-0 against the spread. Does that momentum get carried out on the road in Minnesota? While the Lions have looked sharp on offense, their defense continues to struggle to contain the opposition. They have allowed 273.5 passing yards per game and 3 touchdowns through the air, while also giving up 152 rushing yards per game with another 5 touchdowns allowed. It can be incredibly difficult to maintain this type of intensity when your defense is continuously giving up points. And while Jared Goff has certainly looked the part of an improved quarterback, it's not easy to just shut out his past performances. The Vikings posted a sound victory over the Packers in Week 1, but looked completely overmatched during last week's loss to the Eagles. Kirk Cousins was 2-9 on Monday Night Football heading into the game, so know many expected the team to struggle alongside him, but probably not to the degree we saw. Looking ahead, though, their receiving weapons can easily beat the man coverage the Lions use. Defensively, their biggest flaw, containing a mobile quarterback, is not a factor here. While the public runs to hop onto the Lions bandwagon, you can trust in the team that is 4-1 against the spread in its last 5 home games. So the Minnesota Vikings to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Viking offense should be humming at home against the very weak Lions defense. If D. Hutchinson is limited in any way with his hip, Cousins could really have a big day. Jefferson should have very little trouble exposing the Lions' weak secondary, and, as I pointed out above, look for Cook to pile up the yardage with room to work within the middle of the defense. As for the Lions, Goff will likely be forced to throw early in this one with his team trailing, and the Lions have not had trouble putting points on the board. The Lions have gone to the over in 4 straight games, and the Vikings are 8-1 to the over in their last 9 games after losing the previous game by 14 or more points. I expect a game played in the high 50s with 2 offenses that are capable of producing both on the ground and in the air. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Baltimore Ravens versus New England Patriots. The Baltimore Ravens head on the road to battle the New England Patriots in an AFC clash on Sunday afternoon. The Ravens beat the New York Jets and could not hold a fourth-quarter lead in a narrow home defeat against the Dolphins last week. The Patriots rebounded from the Week 1 defeat with a road win against the Steelers. These AFC rivals last met in 2020 in a game the Patriots won by a 23-17 score. I know the Patriots' defense has been good, but similarly to Week 1 against the Dolphins, I just can't see how this offense can keep up. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are going to be as motivated as ever after last week's choke job to the Dolphins. They have been breaking off explosive plays all season, and I don't see the Patriots being able to contain them. Mac Jones and the Patriots offense have been sputtering, and they play their best when they can run the ball at a high volume. The issue with that is I project Lamar Jackson and company to get out to an early 2-possession lead. If that happens, the Patriots just will have to all but abandon the run, and they do not have the guns at the receiver position to make the big plays needed to beat the Ravens. The Ravens secondary is also going to be hungry after being exposed last week and trashed on every sports talk show all week long. I could definitely see them grabbing a pick or 2 from Mac Jones, who will be trying to force his team to a comeback. His touchdown-to-interception ratio is 2-2, and he's thrown 1 in each of the last 2 weeks. I would have taken the Ravens this week even if they won last week against the Dolphins. However, coming off a loss in the way that they did makes me love backing them this week even more. I truly believe the Ravens will run away with this one in a revenge game. I'm not sure why this line is as small as it is because this game screams blowout to me. So the Baltimore Ravens to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Ravens' offense will produce after scoring 38 points last week. However, it's always different in a tough road environment. They only had 24 points against the Jets in their lone road game. The Patriots' defense is probably a top 10 unit, and while Jackson will dazzle again, Baltimore won't pile on the points. In addition, the New England offense has yet to reach 20 points, and this is an offense that will run frequently. They rushed 31 times last week and had possession for 33 minutes. Let's not forget about the Ravens' defense. They ranked number 1 against the run last year, and Damian Harris likely won't have his usual success. The under has cashed in 3 of the Ravens' last 4 games and is also 4-0 in the Patriots' last 4 September games. I anticipate points to be at a premium in this matchup. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.